and this is something that I have to say about Taylor Swift, okay? When all the other humongous female artists in the world were out putting their makeup line, getting their perfume, doing all this other stuff, becoming actresses, she went out to the woods with the guitar.
The one and only John Rzeznik is here.
Hello. Hello. Thank you. Wow, I got the cowbell.
You know what the world needs? More cowbell.
More cowbell.
I wouldn't mind hearing a little more cowbell in your music.
I'll work on it. I'll get the drummer.
It was so close.
It was so close.
By the way, John Rzeznik also performing at our 2026 iHeartRadio Music Festival in Las Vegas.
Yeah.
I don't know if you knew that, but
I did. I've been screaming at my manager for years to get us on that show.
That show is fun. I'll tell you why. In my opinion, it's every genre of music on one stage.
Yeah.
And every once in a while, you'll see a crazy collaboration between someone from the country world and someone from the R&B world, and
why not?
It works.
Yeah, it works. You know, it's a cool thing. Yeah, because it's like the show is so varied. Like the spectrum of the artists is just.
Plus, it introduces you to like other people who didn't know who you were.
Yeah.
Like if they come in to see Lainey Wilson,
yeah.
You're like, well, I love country and Lainey Wilson, but then they see you perform and they go, wait a second,
yeah.
I didn't know this guy.
Yeah, you know what was really interesting? We played a festival called Stagecoach, which is a country festival, kind of. Right. But it is, but it's not. And we played on that, and it was amazing to me because it's like we made new fans out of that situation. People who normally would never listen to us.
Well, you know what? Look, Goo Goo Dolls, huge. Of course, at Z100 here in New York, we played Goo Goo Dolls songs every hour and a half to the point
you guys
where
were very good to us.
Well, it was good for you, but we had to listen to these songs over and over and over. I mean, the song never changed. It was the same song.
I know.
But they were massive, massive hits for our station because of Goo Goo Dolls. Because of you, we had listeners. So I thank you for that. Let me tell you, John Rzeznik here, if you're just turning us on, let me tell you what happened before you walked in this room.
Okay.
The things people say, you need to know what the things people say about you behind your back.
Oh, gosh.
Nate, we'll start with you.
I don't.
Okay, when my friend Patty called and said, can you get John Rzeznik on the air? I went, absolutely. I called Nate, and here's what he said.
Absolutely. Zero doubt in my mind.
And tell what you told me.
You are one of my all-time favorites.
Oh, thank you.
I would say top number one.
Thank you.
I've been to more Goo Goo Dolls shows than any other show. And I served jury duty with you one time in Los Angeles.
Really?
Yeah. You got excused.
I did. I got out of it. I did.
And you didn't.
I did.
You didn't. What did you wind up? What would you wind up having to be a juror
Who did you
for?
burn in the electric chair?
Oh, God.
It was some stupid case about some guy like on somebody's lawn or something.
Yeah.
And then I was one of the alternates, and then they excused me after 2 days. But they saw who you were, and they're like, "Oh, we got to get this rock star
Just get him out of here."
Yeah.
You know, I know all my friends. When you get jury duty in California, all your friends are like giving you all this advice about how to get out of it. Right. You know, and
you just show up.
You just show. Just showed up. You know, but my one friend had the best way of doing it. And she said, yeah, I've been living in L.A. for about 20 years. She goes, every time I get a jury summons, I rip it up and throw it away because it's not registered mail or whatever. I think they changed it now, but I was like, that's really good advice. Psh, just tearing them up every time.
That is sage advice. Just throw it away.
Just throw it away.
What could possibly go wrong? You know?
Oh my God.
Thoughts about Johnny Rzeznik?
Yeah,
go ahead.
I don't know if Johnny remembers when he came here years ago with Goo Goo Dolls. You were wearing a bracelet, and I said, I really love that bracelet. And you took it off your wrist and gave it to me.
I did.
And I always remember that.
Yeah,
thinking,
I meant to get that back.
He wants that back.
Next time you're here.
No, it's all good.
Like, oh my God, I love your wallet.
And Gandhi, you have a very special reason you love Johnny Rzeznik.
Yes. So we were playing a little snippet of Iris, and I said, that song is how I knew my friend was gay.
Okay. I think we want to know more.
Hear me out. Yeah,
You're like, was it like one of those situations like, well, if he likes this song, he's...
No. Sorta. No. We were really young. It was like we had to be 4th grade, 5th grade, like right around there when it was super popular. And we were talking about theme songs. If you had a theme song for your life, what would it be? And David picked that. And I was like, I knew it. He doesn't want the world to see him because he doesn't think they'll understand. And I went home, I told my sister. She was like, well, yeah, David's gay. We all know that. I was like, oh, I knew it. I thought it. I knew it.
It's all good. You know, we like the gays.
And on behalf of the gays, we like you.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Every time I hear that song, I think of him. Like, oh.
And Garrett, who lives in your town in New Jersey, saw you shopping at Target.
Yeah. And I can't remember what I was buying.
He said it was a toy for a birthday party.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you know what? You know what's crazy? When you have a kid and you're in New Jersey, it's like every weekend they got like 6 birthday parties
yeah.
to go to. And I'm like, I'm blowing like $50 a kid. Like, I'm throwing like $500 a weekend out on like toys for kids.
It's the expensive state. That's what it says on the license plate.
The
It's
expensive, yeah.
state.
I like calling it the extortion state.
Yes.
Okay.
You know?
That works. Like, how crazy is it for you that every single one of us has a story about you and you have none about any of us? Does that feel like we're stalkers?
No, well, I mean, you're a legend.
Who, me?
Yeah.
No.
No, you've been around forever, you know? And, you know?
Said the guy who's been around forever.
Yeah.
So, no, yeah, you and I have been around forever. You know?
I just want to say this. When I hear this hook, which, by the way, is so loud these days on social, everywhere you go, you hear this right here. I hear, I don't know, I hear strings in the background. Are there strings on this song?
Yeah.
Listen, you can. Am I the only one that can hear the strings? Listen, maybe you can hear them.
Yeah, they're back there. It's pretty low.
I think later in the song when you repeat that, the strings are wider.
Yeah, it was kind of weird doing that. You know, the guy who wrote the string arrangements for that is Beck's dad, and a guy named David Campbell, who's an incredible composer, and he put that whole thing together.
I mean, these were real strings. This is
yeah,
not synthesized.
No,
strings.
no. We had 8 people in the studio, and Robbie and I were. I remember this very clearly. Robbie and I, there was 8 string players, and they were doubling them, so it sounded like 16. So Robbie and I are kneeling in front of the glass, looking in the studio at these people playing the strings and the song, and I looked at him and I'm like, you know, there's no going back to playing the punk rock after this. You know, there's just no going back. And then we were like, okay, that's fine, you know, and because it was like, it was a way to evolve. Like the first time I heard it, I got like, wow, I couldn't believe that we had actually written something that turned into that.
Well, you know what? And how many bands, I'm sure you can name other bands or artists, when they made that jump from their genre that popped them out to more of a mass appeal genre, they add strings to their songs.
Yeah.
I mean, orchestration. I mean, it takes a turn.
Yeah, it takes a turn.
Back when it was happening, you realized it.
I
knew something's different about our band now.
I was like, we're gonna get a lot of grief.
No.
You know,
Did
and
you?
then yeah, we got grief for it. You know,
And
it's
where are
like,
they now?
I don't know.
They're shopping at Target
know.
in New Jersey.
Yeah, you know, I mean, you know what? No matter what you do, especially these days, it's like, you know, people are just going to rain down hate on you.
Yeah.
You know, and it's like, I mean, it's amazing. I mean, I'm fine. I'm you know, it's like I'm a grown ass man. I can deal with criticism, but you know, like the whole social media thing, it worries me how toxic it is, because I have a 9-year-old girl in my life, and like, you know, she wants fake fingernails. I'm like, you ain't getting no fake fingernails. You know?
They got press on.
it down.
Yeah, I'm like, it's not happening, darling. You know, not until you're older.
Well, okay, social media goes that way, and a lot of people have that same opinion, but also social media is, well,
It blew us up.
it's everywhere. I mean, it's everywhere.
Yeah. No, well, I mean, you know, social media, like the internet and, you know, everything. I mean, it's like used for its intended purpose. It's an amazing tool for everything. But it's like, you know, I think a lot of times you just find ourselves in a race to the bottom, you know, and it's like anonymity gives people a false sense of, you know,
I agree.
Courage.
Yeah.
You know, it's like you get beer muscles as soon as you get on, you know. So you
Those Twitter fingers are strong.
Yeah.
Does your
you know?
9-year-old daughter
No.
does she know that that's you?
No, she doesn't care. She's just like, she gets 3 songs into a show and she's snore on the side of the stage. You know.
Wow.
So how much control do you guys have over where these songs are played? Because obviously social media blew that up through the, hey, what were you like in the 90s trend? And then we find out that there's a company who's trying to use that to help their age progression software. If you find things out like that, are you guys able to step in and be like, I don't want you to use my music? Or is it at that point gone? It's out of your hands?
I would like to know what age progression software is. What is that?
It's a lot of AI is using it to determine what somebody would look like 15 years from now, 30 years from now.
I don't care.
Well, that you won't care about.
No,
but
I don't
if
care
there's
about
something,
that.
can you step in and say, I don't like it?
Well, there was an opportunity to have a Super Bowl commercial for what are the potato chips that come in the can?
Lay's?
Pringles.
Pringles. Yeah. And they wanted to use the song, and then the guy's hands are stuck in the Pringles cans. And I thought it was funny, but I was just sort of like, I don't really want the song to be seen that way. You know what I mean? Like, it's cool. I don't mind. I mean,
How much money does that pay?
Yeah.
I don't know. I didn't take it.
Damn it.
So,
Aren't you a little curious?
yeah. I mean, listen. If they would have paid me enough, I would have been like, I'll put the cans on the guy's hands.
If you're just turning us on, Johnny Rzeznik is here. Like I said before, he is performing at our 2026 iHeartRadio Music Festival. Also, Goo Goo Dolls' Summer Anthem EP is out. Misery, of course, we've heard. Ocean, I'm going to play for you in just a couple of seconds. Is it still fun? Are you still loving being in a band and doing your music? Is it?
Yeah.
Talk about it.
Okay. I'm enjoying it now because there has been this resurgence of the band, and it feels exciting and fresh again. I generally get along and like the people I work with, which that's all you can ask for. I mean, when you're in such close quarters with people,
Must be nice.
so much of the time.
Yeah, what's that like?
Yeah. Well, there's days I hate everybody. I'm just like, I have to sit in my room and order room service. But I don't have to. I can do what I want now, kind of. You know what I mean? And the guys at the record company are pretty cool. They let us do whatever we want, and and we're not. Somebody put it to me this way. They said, you know what? You're not in the music business anymore. You're in the Goo Goo Dolls business. So just worry about your business and live your life. Which is great.
We got to talk more with Johnny Rzeznik coming up after this, and play some new music as well. Hang on. Johnny Rzeznik is here, and okay.
So excited.
The sound of 5 people clapping loudly.
And I'm applauding for myself.
We got a cowbell. Oh, the friggin' cowbell. That means something big is happening.
Drinking it in. I'm loving this.
These are the days.
This is like old school.
We were talking before the break about what it was like, Goo Goo Dolling again. Right?
Yeah.
And we've had several artists in bands who've come in and they put everything on hold and maybe broke up at some point, but they came back together. The second time around was a whole different story.
Yeah.
And weird comparison, Jonas Brothers, okay? They pulled the plug and they came back and they're doing it. They're all around the world now.
Yeah.
They're saying that they are really, truly enjoying it now more than they ever would have enjoyed it before the break because they understand
were so
it.
young the first time around. It's like you
yeah.
have a piece of your childhood just sort of ripped away from you, But they had each other and they had good people around them. So, I've met those guys a couple of times. They're really cool.
Jersey, they're from New Jersey.
They're from Jersey.
Look at that Jersey. It's the headline today.
If you could tell your younger self something that you learned or now to make things easier, what would it be?
Yeah, you ain't as cool as you think you are.
Oh, really?
And maybe
you were all that back then, huh?
A little bit. When you're 20,
Like what thing can you remember doing that just disgusts you now?
Disgusts me now?
Yeah, my gosh. These are the questions we live for.
Well, okay.
Okay.
I don't know because it probably happened in the middle of a blackout drunk. Okay.
Amen.
And what I don't know is not going to hurt me.
Yep.
So you're saying if you're blacked out drunk, it didn't happen.
It didn't happen.
The old record guys in the corner are laughing.
Yeah, they
to
know.
Each other right now.
They know. They were there.
I've been blackout drunk with both of those old fossils over there.
We all live by that same rule. If I don't
my
remember,
goodness.
it didn't happen.
I don't remember.
It didn't occur.
Well, you were saying that you're loving this now. Was there a time that you did not enjoy it?
There was a period. Because we got signed to Warner's in 1990, and the upper management and the people who were running the label, it went from being a very old school record company, and the technology was just starting to really speed up, and so everybody was kind of freaking out, not knowing what to do about Napster and
wow.
all this kind of crazy stuff. I know, right?
Right.
And then so it got a little weird. And they kept changing the people at the top all the time. It was like every couple of years they would bring someone different in. And there was one guy. Now we worked with a guy named Phil Quartararo, who I'm sure you
Phil
know,
Q. Absolutely. Knew him.
and
Wow.
and John was there. John Boulos is there with us. And that was my happiest time at Warner Brothers, because Phil would just shoot straight. A lot of these guys that run these record companies, they don't know anything about music. I no offense to any of you, but you don't know shit about music. Sorry. So anyway, and there was an artist development thing going on back then, where a lot of it now you got to do yourself. Like we do everything ourselves, and the label helps us out a lot. But we are back into this situation where we're kind of DIY in a lot of instances, because otherwise it's just not going to get done.
How has the music changed for you, Goo Goo Dolls? How's the music different now?
My music or
your
music in general?
Well, okay, both. Let's
Okay,
start
all
with your music.
I think as you get older, say I was a carpenter's apprentice 30 years ago. Now I'm a master builder. And not that my songs are masterpieces, but it's like you just your toolkit gets bigger, and the tricks that you learn from other people gets the depth of that knowledge, And it's like, there are some pitfalls you have to avoid. Like everything I write is amazing, you know what I mean? That's something you can never say that. I have to be very hard on myself about it, and that's why it's like there's not a lot of B-sides of our music, because I throw that stuff out.
Do people know what B-sides are anymore?
I don't know.
Do you know, Gandhi, do you know what a B-side is?
I'm going to guess it's the not as popular singles or songs.
Yes,
Hey.
it's the backside of a single.
Yeah,
okay.
you get a single, a 45 record that goes at 45 RPM. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, record.
The B-sides when you turn it over.
Yeah.
Sometimes B-sides became huger hits than the A-sides.
That's true. Yeah.
Okay, but how about music in general? How, in your opinion, what are you hearing now that's different than then?
What am I hearing now? I'm hearing a lot of people who are listening to other artists and trying to be those artists. I'm finding this very sort of homogeneous kind of sound that's going on. Maybe it's a trend or whatever, but I don't believe that the younger artists have the time to develop themselves as artists. And this is something that I have to say about Taylor Swift, okay? When all the other humongous female artists in the world were out putting their makeup line, getting their perfume, doing all this other stuff, becoming actresses, she went out to the woods with a guitar and wrote 3 incredible records. And that's what you got to do.
And that's why she is where she is.
Yeah, and that's why she is. And
so it still works.
That, you know what? You put the work in, it's going to work, and lyrically, it's like my wife is a massive Taylor Swift fan, and so I listened to all of it, and it's like, even the stuff when she was young was incredible, like lyrically, the sophistication of the whole thing, and then the last few records that she put out have just been, the writing is just so good, that's what kids need to do. They need to write.
If your daughter wanted to go into the music business, what would you do?
I'd beat her with a stick.
Really? Would you say no?
Get out of here.
Is the answer no?
No, it wouldn't be no. You know what? I've been lucky enough to make enough money so that she can live at home with me for the rest of her life.
Oh, Dad. See, now you're acting like a New Jersey dad.
Yeah. What's your daughter do? She's got a career in the arts, which means she lives in the basement.
Wow. Johnny Rzeznik, of course. I've got to play Ocean in a second.
Yeah.
What's next?
What's next? Okay. For us, Immediate future or
after this show, were you having breakfast? What are we doing?
Oh yeah, we're gonna go grab some lunch. I think
you
John's got to go because he's got like a tennis match with someone. And
what's next? Are we touring?
Yes, we're going out. Okay, so this is the 40th anniversary of this band.
We got to go see them.
We wanted to kind of do a soft kind of thing, like not make too big a deal out of it. So what we're doing is we're playing like smaller markets. Mm-hmm. I just thought it would be kind of interesting because we had to get out of this record deal a long time ago. So, and we didn't have a real music attorney. And so we called our booking agent because we had to hire a big lawyer, So who's the best music lawyer? A guy named Peter Paterno. Okay, great. Call him. Sent him our old record contract, which was like the size of a Manhattan phone book. Not that they have those anymore, but it was huge. It was this ridiculous contract. It was totally unfair. So he looked through it and he called us back and then we said, how much money is it going to take to get us out of this? And he told us, and then so we called our booking agent and we said, how can we earn? It was like $300,000 or something. How can we earn $300,000? And he said, playing county fairs and state fairs.
Here we go.
Right?
Yeah.
So he booked us into every county fair, every state fair. And, we went to Davenport, Iowa. We went to Cedar Rapids. We went to all these little cities. And we had so much fun. And we saved our band. I mean, we saved all the money, sent it to the lawyer.
These smaller markets as compared to the Garden in New York City.
You know what? It's just a different vibe, because it's like a lot of bands skip over the smaller towns, and we haven't been there, in maybe 10 years or that kind of thing. So I want to go back because I connect with those people because I'm from Buffalo, and
right.
It's like,
You're always going to be from Buffalo.
Always from Buffalo. You can't shake that.
When we go to the Iowa State Fair, because we take the show there once in a while.
The Iowa State Fair is awesome.
Oh, it's amazing.
It's amazing.
Everything is pickled
the butter cow.
Oh,
yeah.
Those pigs with the big balls.
Yeah.
They have the ball measuring contest with the pigs. But we definitely feel much more love going to the Iowa State Fair than if we're doing something on the streets of Manhattan because
Well, because it's like there's so many other options in the bigger cities, And
you made the money. You saved the band. You got
saved the band, gave the money to the lawyer, got out of that deal. We proved that we could do it. I mean, it's like, see, that was part of the thing. It's like, I never give the younger guys and girls my advice, my 2 cents, unless they ask. And when they do, I'm like, you know what? Forget about being a rock star because that don't mean anything. Work on your craft. Don't be afraid to be yourself. And, if you got to work a day job to do your art at night, work a day job. Like, I'm sorry. This is
no.
It's life.
That's what people don't understand. It's so easy. The answer is right there in front of you, right?
You work. That's the answer. The answer is work.
Yeah.
So it was. God, I've been at Z100 for 40 years. So I'm Goo Goo Dolls' age. Right. Froggy, where were you when Goo Goo Dolls first hit? Do you remember?
I was working at a radio station called the Power Pig in Tampa, Florida. And
the Power Pig.
I had only been there a year.
He was in his mother's womb.
And I remember that song. I had just started dating my now wife when that song came out. And that was the soundtrack of the radio station. Both Goo Goo Dolls songs, Iris, we played them all of the time and every single request line. When you answer, can you please play Goo Goo Dolls Iris? Oh. Because the movie was huge, City of Angels. That was everything then.
Yeah, my finger still hurts from making those calls.
I gotta say, I think this was a mistake. You didn't realize how big you would be, right? So I'm from Erie, Pennsylvania.
Yep.
Jet 102, which is right down from Buffalo. We would go up to Buffalo to see shows.
Yeah.
And you had booked a show November 9th, 1998 at Penn State Barron. And that was right when you guys were hitting it.
Yeah.
Was that a mistake? You were like, we didn't know we would be this big. We wouldn't be playing an auditorium at a community college.
You know, man. Signed on the dotted line.
Well, I'm sure we got paid.
Got paid.
Which I'm a whore like anyone else when it comes to that. And as long as the room's full, I'm happy.
And I got to say, I've seen you dozens of times. Well, close to dozen.
This is kind of creepy or stalky, kind of.
He's my favorite.
Okay.
And so that was, I think, the best show I think I ever saw of you. You guys were so real, right? Like, you just, I don't know if it's something about playing a smaller crowd, like a smaller.
Yeah.
It just, I still remember it. I remember the date.
Wow. I know. I'm like, I can't remember what I did an hour ago.
Yeah, but that was just something else. So thank you.
But thank you very much. Wow.
Maybe you should back away a little.
That's
Like,
just
You get security.
back away a
You're
little.
getting closer and closer.
You might not remember this, but you played the very first Z100 Jingle Ball in December '95 when Name was out.
Yeah,
that was 2
yeah.
years before Iris.
Yeah.
What was going through your mind back then? Because that was when you were truly the punk band.
Yeah.
Playing the pop show.
Yeah. Well, that was an exciting thing for us because it was like, you're on an indie label at first, and that was always sort of like the farm team for the majors, and we were really picking up a lot of steam at college radio, and that was the farm team for commercial radio. You hoped to cross over into commercial radio, because the audience is so much bigger.
I want to go to a college station. I want to go back.
You want to go back to college?
I want to reverse my engines. Absolutely.
Why not? Did you do radio in college?
I did not. I did commercial radio when I was in college. I was studying radio, and I just got out because I was already in radio. I was already working in Dallas.
Yeah, there's Robbie too. Robbie, the bass player in the band.
Yeah.
He got a degree in communications. He was a DJ at the college radio station. He had air shifts at commercial radio, and he's just got that voice. Hey, man.
What's very unique about this conversation with Johnny is, radio, that was it back then. I mean, it really was. I mean, MTV was out, I guess, doing that thing.
Yeah, right around then they sort of started to not play music.
Right. But, I mean, now you get your music everywhere. I mean, there are so many songs that we don't even play on Z100 that are massive hits around the world.
Massive.
Because it's social media. It's everywhere. It's changed. The game has changed.
Very much so. I don't understand it. And it's a bit anxiety provoking at times, but
you don't have to though. Can't you just do the music? Do you
do
need
the
to
music.
Do you really want to keep your fingers in the business end where you understand the distribution of your music?
Distribution of music is somebody uploads the song to a laptop
and it's done.
And bang, and there you go.
Isn't that crazy?
There's your big release. Remember we used to have record release parties?
Yes.
Like we should have like launch parties where somebody has a laptop and everybody's having a great time, and then you hit send.
So uneventful.
I think you should host one of
and there'd
those.
be some like, yay, that was great.
Sounds like a lot of fun.
Yeah. I want to go home.
You've been doing this now for 40 years, and you've done so much. You did fairs, and then you also did huge shows.
Yeah.
Is there anything that's on your bucket list still left to do, or do you think you've done it all?
Well, on my bucket list, it hasn't happened yet, but it's all been arranged to play See Here Now, because to me that is such an important festival.
See
and
Here
it's like
Now?
See Here Now,
Okay.
yeah, in Asbury Park, and it's just the pedigree of that festival.
What is it about that? There's so many festivals. Why that one?
Why that one? Because it's Jersey.
Right.
And Jersey has the best rock audiences, and it's what I love about Jersey? I know all these guys there that I've met since I've lived there, and they all play in bands. They all still play in bands. And during the summer, these guys who they work on Wall Street, and then they do gigs with their bands at the Jersey Shore on the
it's Stone
weekends.
Ponies and Asbury.
Yeah.
Right.
And it's like, and I love that. And I did a charity event at the Elks Lodge last Saturday, and I called my neighbor and I said, "Hey man, you got a shaker and a tambourine?" And he's like, "Yeah." I'm like, "Well, come do this gig with me," and it was in the backyard of an Elks Lodge in Watchung, New Jersey, and we played for about 45 minutes.
Do people there know who
I'm
you
an honorary elk, man.
Did they know who you were? I mean,
yeah, they did. They
did.
did.
They knew you were. Did they know it was?
Yeah, they knew we were coming.
What are you doing here?
Yeah, well, I'm doing raising money to build a home for veterans.
Oh wow! Wow.
You know, so it's a cool
You're
thing.
loving New Jersey life, man. I could tell.
I like it. I'm really excited when I finally worked up the nerve to actually speak to Bruce Springsteen at the Light of Day thing down in Red Bank. It was like, because I was rendered speechless by him, and I was in his proximity where I could have introduced myself and said, "Hey, you know, how you doing? I'm John so and so." I was like,
you didn't do it?
I couldn't talk to him.
Are you kidding me?
I could not talk to him.
He knows who you are. He knows your music.
I don't
You
know.
the
Yeah,
he
but
does.
you know, man, it's like he's the boss. It's like,
Oh,
yeah,
please.
no, but it is one of those things. Okay, the biggest stars that I've ever met in my life have always been the most generous and open, and you know,
Who's that?
Okay, well, John Bon Jovi, Bono, God,
Sting seems like he's like that.
I'm not saying nothing.
Oh my gosh. Let's not start beef.
I'm amazed that you said that because he fits into the other category of don't meet your heroes.
Wow. We've had Sting on several times, and he has always been so.
Yeah, he's like, I love the Goo Goo Dolls, and you know I love you, darling. No,
Oh, there's something endearing about that.
it's that posh English accent.
But
I married one, so you know, get you every
No,
time.
it works. I'm like these Australian guys. You know, they've been here for 40 years, and they're like, yeah, all right, yeah. You know, because it works.
It does. Don't ever change those accents.
No, you don't lose that accent.
But what you say is true. Paul McCartney, nicest guy.
Oh, my God.
Bono gave me a massage. You know?
Did he really?
Yeah, at the iHeartRadio Music.
Got up on a little ladder and
Yeah,
gave you a massage.
he said, "Oh, you're so tense." He started massaging me. These are the guys who are.
Yeah.
They've done it, and now they don't have anything to have to prove.
Mick
to
and
anyone.
Keith. When Keith Richards, we were opening for the Rolling Stones, and Keith Richards and Ronnie Wood come up to us, and they're like, "Don't even knock. Just come into the dressing room anytime you want." There's always a party going on in there.
I don't know if you know, Johnny Rzeznik just dropped some names on the floor.
I did. We need cleanup in Studio 5 over here.
There's Mick.
We're gonna need a shovel.
Wait, who's the most famous person in your phone? Like if I went in there now and you
Danielle.
wanted to call somebody. I'm just curious.
Let's call them.
I don't know.
Not
it
John.
I don't know a lot of
John
famous
Mulos
people.
is the most popular person.
Yeah, Bulos is in there. You know, I'm telling you, you got to walk down the street with this guy in Manhattan sometime. He's like the friggin' mayor. Hey, Bulos!
Everyone loves
How you
Bulos.
doing, Joe? It's amazing.
Patty Ruscona. Everyone loves Patty Ruscona.
Yeah.
You gotta go fishing.
Patty.
If you're in Jersey, go fishing
Go
with
fishing
Patty.
with Patty.
Yeah, he's quite the fisherman.
He is. He lies about every one of them. I got to play some music. John Rzeznik. Thank you, Johnny.
It's okay, man. Whatever.
Johnny Rzeznik.
It's either one.
John Rzeznik. Thank you so much for coming in. Standing ovation. I'll stand. I'll ovate. No, you shouldn't. You're giving yourself a standing ovation.
No. I am giving myself a standing ovation.